Hello my sweet honeybees, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are filming I'm trying a new video. So in this video I'm just going to talk about the palettes that I think would be a good fit for you for St. Patrick's Day. So as you know, this weekend is St. Patrick's Day, so I do have these 6 palettes that I would like to talk about. Just wanted to welcome you all back to the channel and thank you for your continued and ongoing support. So let's get right into it. So the first one I want to talk about is actually a quad. This is from Unearthly Cosmetics, and this is their Creepy Crawly eyeshadow quad. So it's an eyeshadow and pressed pigment quad. So it's got 4 shades in there. So not a whole heap of a lot going on for it. It's just very small, not a big selection, hence the name quad, but it does have quite the range as far as shades. There's just the one shimmer in there, which is okay because, you know, I like mattes, whatever. So you have this one that you can put down first, this one that you can blend out with, and then this one that you can deepen it up with, and then of course this is a topper shade that you can use to top your look. So this is actually the one that I think would be a good fit as well, even though it is small, though she be tiny, she be mighty. So again, Unearthly Cosmetics Creepy Crawly. This came in their Halloween mystery box from 2022, I think 2022. So I think that would be a good fit for you all to give a shot to. The next one I want to talk about is the Melt Cosmetics Smoke Sessions. So this is one of their 420 releases, but I do actually enjoy the formula and consistency of this palette. So Melt is notorious for sometimes they're good and sometimes they're bad. I think this one is one of their good ones. I do like the range that's in here. This one only has 2 mattes in there, so it's these 2 dark shades in here. So if you wanted to do like a lighter matte, you'll have to pull in a different palette. But even though you would have to pull in a different palette for some people, not for everybody, I think this is a very good range of like shimmers. Like, okay, so let's do this. Blue Dream, Sweet Tooth, Mean Green, and then let's do Black Widow from the other side. Even though it's like a greeny gold, it's still beautiful. Like, look how beautiful these are. Okay, so let's go ahead and swatch. Like, look how beautiful. And I've had this palette for quite some time, and it's still look how the shimmers are still performing. Like, I've had this for a long time. Like, I think I got this, did I get this from Sephora or did I get this from Melt directly? I can't remember, but I've had this for quite some time, and the shimmers are still performing very nicely. Like, as I said, when Melt is on, they're on, and when they're off, you can tell. But this is actually like one of those palettes that they're on for, and it is beautiful. It has quite the range of shades. It doesn't just have your standard greens in there. So like this greeny gold, if you wanted to do a look that wasn't quite green, you still have the option to do that in this palette. So I do actually enjoy that quite a bit, and I've used this palette quite a bit over the time frame that I've had it, so I know and trust this palette. The next one is going to be the Sweet Shop palette from BH Cosmetics. I don't know if you cannot still get this. I don't think you can get it from like Mercari or any of those second-hand retailers that people are selling it for, but they're also, some of them might be selling it for a ridiculous price. I paid $18 for this, and that was, at $18 it's worth it. So this is what it looks like. So it's got 4 shimmers and 4 mattes. It kind of reminds me of a combination of the Unearthly Cosmetics and Smoke Session. Like, it's got the dark, this dark shimmer in here, and then this one right here, and then that one right there, and then this light shimmer reminds me of the Unearthly Cosmetics one. But I still think this is actually very, very much another one that's really good for, will be good for what you're looking for. So let's start here, because, you know, look at that. And then we do this one, and look at the gradient of colors, like beautiful. Like it has such a beautiful gradient of colors, like this light one, inner corner highlight, center of lid, you know, all that thing. If you wanted like a dark green grungy look, like almost like a smoky green eye, you could do that with this palette. So I actually am enjoyed that one as well. You guys know I love a green. Like if I can find, if there is a green shadow in a palette, I will make a green look happen for me, because green is my color for some reason. But anyway, so that's another option for you. And that's, it's not, if you can find, if you have it, it's not an expensive option. So that's nice too. Next we have the Inspired palette from Adept. So this one I think is still available on their website. I actually enjoy this one a lot. It too has that, like, though it has these 5 mattes right here, and those 5 mattes remind me of a combination of, again, of the Unearthly Cosmetics and the Smoke Session. So if you don't have the Smoke Session, but you have this, or vice versa, you have what you need to be able to do this. So this one is actually very, in my opinion, a very good option to have. Like, look, like, I know it's like some palettes, it's just a palette with some green shades in there, but this is actually a green and blue palette to me. It with like a few color, whatever, these ones right here. But this shift right here, like you're seeing like a green tone to it, and I'm seeing like in real life it looks red to me, but I actually enjoy it. So for, you know, for St. Patrick's Day, which is what we're talking about, you can have like a blue-green look, a green look, like whatever suits your fancy. But look at this. Like, look how like iridescent and beautiful these shimmers are. Like, okay, let's do this. Like, I think like honestly, I think the Adept Cosmetics formula is the formula to beat. Like, put some glitter glue on this sucker and it will last you forever. Like, look how shifty this one is. Like, it shifts from green to blue to purple. Like, I mean, imagine putting that on and going out and in the bar when the light hits it and it just shifts and you move your head and it shifts again. I think that would be great. I'm already doing the scenario. I mean, I'm not going anywhere, but still, it's a nice story to have. Nice picture to do. Okay, so these ones are like my big palettes, but you guys know I've already talked about the fact that 15 to 20 is my like sweet spot for shades in a palette, but I already have big palettes. I'm not going to throw them out just because they're outside of my sweet spot. I'm going to continue to use them. And one of those palettes that I have that's outside of my sweet spot is the Glamlight Michaela Pot 2. As you can see, I've got it upside down because of the mirror, but as you can see, you guys, it's a mix of blue, purple, and green. It's got a lot of greens in there that you can use. This, again, Smoke Sessions. Every time, like, every green and goldy green palette I always brings to mind Smoke Sessions, always. So like you have like a nice gradient of matte greens in here, so it goes from the lightest of light to the deepest of deeps. You've got like really nice shimmers in here. These two shimmers, so what are they called? The Market and Grateful. I think you could have gotten rid of one of these because they're way too similar to like like, you can't even tell the difference. Like, you know, one's a little bit lighter, yeah, but it's too similar for them to have two different ones in here. But it it's already there, and it's her choice to do because it's her palette. But I think you didn't need both of them. But here is like just what this shimmer can do for you, and I think this is not a bad formula. Like, their formulas have gotten much better, I guess. Yeah. Between, because I tried the Michaela part 1. I haven't tried part 1 yet, but I've tried the Michaela part 2, and then I've tried the Scooby-Doo palette, and there's a marked improvement between the Michaela and then this one. I haven't tried any of the other ones beforehand, so I couldn't tell ya. Anyway, so this is what that gradient looks like in the Michaela palette. As you can see, like I said, not too big off of a difference between these last two for them to have made them separate colors in the palette, but you know what, it's in there. If you've got it, you can use that palette as well. And then the final palette I want to talk about is the Feet on the Ground by Made by Mitchell. I got this when they launched, and I did not, so I ordered the Feet on the Ground and the Head in the Clouds palette from them when they launched, and I did not have a very good experience with the Made by Mitchell customer service or ordering experience when they first launched. So I've never ordered from them again, and I probably won't order from them again. So that's okay. I mean, it's not everything is for everybody, but whatever. So let's talk about this. So this is what that palette looks like. So it's got your earthy tones in there, but it does have a few green shades in here that I think would be really good for St. Patrick's Day. Again, I'm like a broken record over here. Like, look at these. Like look at these shades. I'm covered in green glitter, but still, look at these shades. Like, glitter glue, very impactful. And it's got like, it doesn't just have greens. Like I said, it has earthy tones in there. So you could do like a darker gray look with like green on there to make it look really, really grungy. You can do like lighter green to make it look really springy. It's all up to preference, but I think that would be a good one to have for like a good go-to. But as I said, I just wanted to quickly pop on here and talk about the palettes that I think would be a good fit for St. Patrick's Day. So these are the 6 palettes that we talked about. No particular order, just wanted to talk about that. And I do have other palettes that have green shadows in them. Some I haven't used and some I have used, but I wanted to just focus on the ones that I have used so that way I can actually give you like honest opinions of whether or not, if you have these in your collection, if they're worth it. This one to me is very much like, these ones are the ones that I always go to for if I need a green for whatever reason, whether I'm incorporating green into a different look, or if I have a green palette and it doesn't have quite the shade that I need, I have these as my go-to ones. I can keep doing this. Like, you know, this is actually, I actually like this video. It was pretty simple, pretty easy to film, to be honest with you. So if you guys want to see what my go-to like purple palettes are, because green and purple are my favorite colors, weird combination, I am aware, let me know. So we're trying out different styles of videos, different types of videos that don't include me just running out and buying new palettes. I just want to showcase what I have and talk about them, because you know, older palettes need love too. All right, so that's all we wanted to talk about today, guys. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. Thank you for following along on this journey. Thank you for just supporting my channel. I do appreciate every single comment, every single one of you, and just you guys watching is just amazing to me, because let's be honest here, I'm sitting in a room just yammering about makeup, and I yammer a lot, and I'm just very appreciative of all of you guys just following along and continuing to watch my videos. I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy your St. Patrick's Day weekend. And hope to see you again next week for another episode of Shop My Stash. Bye, guys.